What's good, people? We haven't had one of these kind of encounters in a little while. So, if I do say so myself, sit back, relax, open your snack, your Snickers bar, your honey bun, your apple, your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Let's do this. We're on night field hunting, and I'll start by being AFK for a little bit. But now that I'm actually locked in, let's talk for a minute. I'm here with the M82. I don't try to take out an M82 every single field hunting match, but sometimes when I do, it ends up being nighttime, so I gotta be a little bit more reserved. Why is that? Well, glint. If I miss one time, and homeboy glances up at me, I'm cooked. And oh look, a missile that lands on the other side of the whole ass map. Not even worried. There's a lot of stuff right here. I'm gonna take some of the stuff. I say some. I take one damn disinfectant bottle. Boom. Radiation's on airdrop now. Go prone, check the map. There is another comm station at the helicopter. But there's also the time safe in front of me. Now, ain't no me. I don't really go for loot events like that unless I know for absolute fact. Someone just died just now. Unless I know for absolute fact that I am safe. But you never know when you're safe. No pun intended. That's why I don't go for loot events. But what I do go for is comm stations. These should be safe. Or so I thought. Say it with me. The first guy, actually no, not even say it with me. Complete this phrase. Jet's first kill in this video was it's 2 words. First word starts with a H. Second one starts with a B. If you said hostile bush, pause the video, get yourself a damn another drink. I'm proud of you. However, this guy right here. This man right here. He got killed by a rock. If you played on Fisk, at any given point, you will know exactly what the hell I mean when I say he died to a rock. We're going to put a pause on that, because while I was looting homeboy, I got ported. And since I shot multiple times in this here area, and I heard someone get killed at the start of the match, it would only make sense for homeboy, who did the port and is probably still alive. Well, duh, he has to be alive in order to port me. What am I talking about? Let me just restart that whole ass sentence. Dude got a kill at the start of the match. I got 2 kills. I get ported. You hear that? That's a mortar strike. On the time safe. Where I got ported at. Now 2 plus 2 equals 4. If I call in a mortar strike on a guy, Because my port told me a guy's there. What am I going to do? Port again. Shout out to the jammer that actually came in clutch for that one moment. Now, if I port a guy and I see his last home position and I mortar strike and I hit nothing with my mortar strike and I port again and I don't find him, what do? Well, I get up. When I even get up, I continue looking, and yes, you just heard my whole ass Xbox in the background. Deal with it. There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the guy that ported me. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to say that's probably the same exact dude who got a kill at the start of the match with his bugle. What I just told you was, if I got shot at by a bugle, we know who it is. And speaking of getting shot at, there's a guy with an airdrop that's right near me. And we know for a fact he has radiation on him. Which way is he going to go? Further away. Now get this. This is good news, bad news. Good news is we know where he's at. Bad news is when I shoot, the guy with the bugle that we just seen is going to come running this way. Especially since I get ported again. Wouldn't that make sense? Now, the deed is done. Unfortunately, I couldn't get... Actually, boy, this is some deep thinking right here. People, if you don't obtain any knowledge from this here video, I don't know what to tell you. This is like some higher order thinking here. And no, this is not me trying to toot my own horn. This is me trying to get you all to think on, like, instead of me running around shoot people, maybe think before you shoot. Get ready. What I'm going to explain to you might go over your head at first, but let it sink in. Let's recap the events all the way up until now, because what you're watching is pretty much story time, right? If I lose you, you'll catch back on at some point. So, match starts. We hear shots at the edge of the map. Sounds like a bugle. Somebody died. Cool. I run up, shoot one guy, miss the second guy for about 3 damn times, hit him for the 4th time. While looting the second guy, I get ported. I hurry up with my loot, expedite my process, and I keep it moving. All of a sudden, I get ported. Or not really I get ported, but I hear a mortar strike. There we go. I hear a mortar strike. Right on the time safe. Right where I just was. That mortar strike has told me, hey, Jet, you're being hunted down. That guy's looking for you. You might want to do something about that. So what do? I put down a jammer. Now let's pause right there. Let's recap one more time. Someone gets shot at the start of the match. Nothing to do with me.
The plane is coming. Prepare to...
I run up to a comm station to find 2 guys. Shoot one guy, no problem. Miss the second guy by like 3 times. Hit him for the 4th time. Dude hears the shots. The guy at the start of the match, he hears the shots. So he ports. Finds me at the time safe. It would make sense. I'll be at the time safe. It's a loot event. So what do I do to counteract that? I run. Then, dude calls in a mortar strike on the time safe where I just was. That mortar strike tells me that I'm being hunted down. You might want to do something. Now we continue on. That something was me putting down a jammer. Okay, cool. He hits his port. Like how I thought. The port skips me, hits somebody else. But he is not convinced that he's alone. So what does he do? He goes on top of that little hill and proceeds to do a bit of patrolling. I spot him doing that. Now get this. This is where we continue on. Guy grabs a radiated airdrop. He has no choice but to leave. Dude is immediately behind me. Okay? Now, as I'm running toward a guy who is carrying a freaking ticking time bomb, basically, I get ported again. But then, I run into a jammed area. The airdrop carrier's jammer is doing its thing. You know what I'm saying? Now get this. When I shot and killed that airdrop carrier, you seen I kept looking behind me. Why is that? Well, he heard the shot. And on top of that, he now knows someone is here because the airdrop carrier is now dead. We continue on. I put a transmitter in front of that airdrop, not behind it, in front of it. Why is that? Well, if he does port, he's going to see someone's camping the airdrop. Maybe he won't go for it. And this, my dear people, is where I'm thinking for a very long time. Notice how both of these exits are right next to it. Well, not exits. Notice how both of these airdrops are right next to an exit. Right? Notice that. We know Homeboy is still alive. The guy at the very start of the match who ported me, called in a mortar strike on me, ported me again. We know he's still alive because I didn't kill him. That may sound a bit arrogant, but no, think about it. I didn't shoot him. And we didn't hear any other shots throughout the rest of this match. Sure, there could be an MP5 SVU around, VSS around. There could be. But, let's just go for the sake of assumption, the sake of argument, that, yeah, he's still alive. Now get this. Vigor is a big map. A big scary map at night. He could be anywhere. But so could I. Now you noticed I took a pause right near the detector to think. Because I was also thinking, if I hit the detector, how dangerous would that be? The answer is yes. That's how dangerous it would be. Yes, that's how dangerous. But then I gotta think, what angle would he be coming from should I hit the detector? Well, yes, I will know what angle is going to be coming from once he hits the detector, or once I hit the detector, but he's going to be about a good half second in front of me once he does. Or half second toward me once I do hit the detector, because I got to run, go prone, check the map. And that time, he's already bolting toward me because he knows what the detector is. You know what I'm saying? Right? Cool. But here's the other side of this coin. There are two easy-looking airdrops on the field. When I say easy-looking, I mean they are right next to an exit. My transmitter didn't get ported. Say that one more time. My transmitter that I put between the exit and the airdrop did not get hit by a port. What does that tell me? Either dude has ran out of ports, or there's nobody else left in the match, or, and if your head hurts, I'm sorry, but this is how I think, or he ran past. I stand corrected. He grabbed the airdrop, the one that landed. Okay, that makes things simpler on my end, but I'm not gonna take any chances. You see, I scope in on that patch of white flowers thinking it was a person. No, it wasn't. It was not at all. So I am gonna check this exit, pull out the damn A74K, or have it on quick draw, and there's no crows. From what I can hear, running deeper into the exit. Okay, cool, no crows. Homeboy grabbed the real airdrop, therefore I'm gonna grab the fake airdrop. Folks, sometimes this game writes its own stories. All I do is be the main character, if not a side character in them. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm going to grab this airdrop, because why wouldn't I? Free airdrop. And I'm going to dip. Again, why wouldn't I? Wait. Get your transmitter detected by a port. Someone's still here. But wait a minute. Where did I put my transmitter? Between the fake airdrop and this exit. Which means dude has to be either... Dude gotta be at my transmitter toward the back of the map. AKA where I just ran toward. People, I was not alone. Yeah, you thought I was alone? No, I wasn't. So even though I didn't get killed or didn't get shot at, that shit don't matter. The transmitter's in front of me. My transmitter gets hit by a port and not me. That means they are closer to the transmitter than me. dude was probably on the mountain range. You know, the spot that I did not check. Yeah, folks, sometimes this game makes you think, and to me, thinking is fun. And sorry about the audio video desync. But yeah, sometimes to me, it's fun to think. But also, I'm really glad I got to show this to you all because this shows you that you gotta think about what your enemy's doing and not just what you're doing. And the only way you can get to terms with doing that more often, if not daily, you gotta keep playing the game. Got to. Folks, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Until then, peace.